Oh God, this is going to be scary.
See? You're going to be famous. Right, so you need to... He's only just got in the car, and remember, he is a new pupil to you, but he is at a partly trained level.
Okay.
Yeah? So he has had lessons before, yeah? And you've established that he's done left and right hand turns, yeah?
Yeah.
So you need to ask him to set himself up, yeah? That's the cockpit drill, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah? So he'll probably do a bit of this, yeah? And he'll have a good old fiddle with this.
Yeah.
And then he'll go to set his mirrors up. Just watch him when he's doing this. Make sure he's not leaning out the seat, yeah?
Okay.
And then once he sets the mirrors up, just ask him what he can see out of the interior mirror.
Okay.
So go on then.
So what do you see out the interior mirror?
Oh, I can see the top and bottom of the back window. And I can see a bit of my head restraint and a bit of yours.
Good.
Yeah? They won't lie to you. It'll be an acceptable answer, yeah? And it may well, the answer may well change at the second phase, when you come to the second phase, because he'll set himself up again, yeah?
Okay.
And what can you see out of the door mirrors? Asking me.
Oh, sorry, what can you see out the door mirrors?
Oh, I can see about two finger widths, so I can see a bit of sky and a bit of road. And the same with that one.
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So he won't lie to you on that, yeah?
Okay.
The only trick he can pull, and the only pull on subjects that really involve mirrors in the actual wording of the PST, is that he may lean forward like this, yeah?
Okay.
But to be fair to you, if he does that while he sets them up and you don't notice it, every time he goes to check his mirror, he will have to move, yeah?
And that'll be...
Yeah, so then you need to pull him over and say, oh, you plonker.
Yeah, just...
Sit back in your seat, yeah? Yeah. Obviously, you know, so you would get lifelines on that, but the lifeline would be the fact that he will role play exactly the way he set them up, yeah? But if you watch them carefully, and if they're doing this, say, no, sit back in your seat, because otherwise you won't be getting the right picture in your normal driving position, yeah?
Okay.
Okay? So I will be trying to pull that on you, and you will get used to and you will notice it.
Okay.
Right, so we're going to come up to our first emerge, yeah? So the control element will be to cover the brake. Now, I will know what cover the brake means at this stage, because I would have learned that on my second lesson, yeah?
Okay.
And then you need to tell me to press the brake about the width of a pound coin, just to bring the speed down to all man's walking pace, and then tell me exactly where you want me to stop, and we'll just line them reference points up.
Okay.
But I'll give you a bit of help on this one first, yeah?
Okay.
Right, so we're going to make our way up to the junction here, and we're going to be turning left, and then we're going to turn right at the next one, yeah?
Okay. So at the end of the road, at the end of the junction,
Yeah.
we're going to be turning
Left.
left.
So, if you start the mirror signal routine about now, so tell me to check the interior mirror.
So if you check your interior mirror, which mirrors are you going to check?
Oh, yeah, I won't know, just tell me. Check your interior mirror.
Check your interior mirror.
Check your
and
left-hand door mirror.
Left-hand door
Signal
mirror.
about now.
Signaling about now.
Now, cover the brake.
Cover the brake.
Now, steer towards me.
Steer towards me.
And tell me to stop there.
Stop there.
Alright. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, there's nobody behind you.
Okay.
Yeah? So you've got loads of time to educate me here.
Okay.
Right, so I've stopped in exactly the right place this time.
Okay.
Right, to give you a hand, yeah?
Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to pick up reference points to be able to judge where the giveaway line cuts into the car, yeah?
Okay.
So if you ask me now, where does the giveaway line cut into the car?
Where does the giveaway line cut into the car?
Oh, just underneath that door mirror, Sarah.
Okay, so that's what we use for our reference point.
Right, so that's the reference point. Again, because there's nobody behind us, you can give me loads of information here.
Okay.
That's our reference point for not encroaching on the white line.
Okay, that's the reference point.
Yeah.
We're not approaching the white line.
Encroaching on it, because if we do, then this vehicle coming from the right here may have to swerve around me.
Yeah.
And may hit a car that's coming from my left,
Okay.
or they may hit me, yeah?
Okay.
And where does the curb cut into the car here?
Just under the...
No, just ask
So
me.
where does the curb cut in the car here?
Oh, just by the tax disc.
Okay.
Now, that's your reference point, so when you turn, you don't mount the curb, yeah?
So that's your reference point. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't mount the curb, and obviously that would be dangerous for pedestrians.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it stops me going too wide.
Okay.
Yeah, which means I'll be on the wrong side of the road. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's still nobody behind us, so you can still hold me here because this is a live emerge, so this is the best place to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
So prepare yourself to go as normal, Tony. Make sure he gets first gear, and then we're going to talk about the look routine. So look to the right, Tony.
Look to the right, Tony.
Is anybody coming?
Is anybody coming?
No.
Okay.
Now this is where you give the education. So if anybody was coming, Tony, because we're going out in front of them, we'd need to be able to walk from here over to there and back again. If we can, then we can drive it. Yeah.
Yeah. So say that again, Tony.
So when we look to the right, if there's anybody coming, we have to work out whether we can walk from here to the other side of the road and back again.
Okay.
If we can, that would enable me to pull out in front of them and not interfere with them. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So look ahead, and we're looking for pedestrians. Oh, I see 2 pedestrians, but it looks like they're walking straight on, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? And look to the left. Anybody coming? Yeah, but it looks like it's going straight on.
Yeah.
So quick look to the right again, and ahead, and into the left.
Yeah.
And as you let the handbrake down, Tony, now the trick they'll pull here is that they won't look in the direction they're steering, yeah?
Okay.
So watch him very carefully, because don't forget he won't pull out in front of anybody. So tell me to look to the left.
Look to the left.
All right, and steer.
And steer.
And then you need to tell me to straighten up.
And then straighten up.
Yeah. And the new road, we're going to check the interior mirror and the right-hand door mirror.
Because the new road, we're going to check the interior mirror and the right door mirror.
Right, I'll turn right here. I'll do this one myself.
Okay.
So is that making a bit of sense?
Yeah. Just practicing it.
So it doesn't matter if there's nobody behind you. He'd be quite happy for you to get in as much education as you can there, yeah?
Okay.
You could stop there and you won't have a chance to get any education in.
Because
You'll have
of
to
this
tell him because of somebody behind you, yeah?
Okay. Is that telling them while they're just driving on?
Yeah, or you do it the next one, yeah?
Okay.
Right, this is a crossroads, so I'll handle this one myself, yeah? Because I would have done this before, yeah?
Yep.
And we're going to turn left, so it is an emerge. It looks like a crossroads, but it is an emerge, yeah? So, if you think about it, I want to be indicating about 6 car lengths from the emerge, yeah?
Okay.
So you really need to be talking about the mirror, signal, position, speed, look routine about 12 car lengths away.
Okay.
Yeah? So if I just take it back a tiny bit. So I'd probably start talking about it now, yeah?
Yeah.
So we're going to check the interior mirror, Tony.
Check the interior mirror, Tony.
And we're going to check the left-hand door mirror.
And we're going to check the left-hand door mirror.
We're going to signal now.
We're going to signal now.
That's about 6 car lengths, Tony.
That's about 6 car lengths, Tony.
And cover the brake.
And cover the brake.
And then just squeeze the brake to 6 or pound coin. Bring the speed down to all man's walking pace.
And just squeeze it, brake pad.
And steer towards me.
And steer towards me.
And stop.
And stop.
Now, where does that giveaway line come into the car again, Tony?
And where does that giveaway line come to the car, Tony?
I just need that door mirror.
Okay, so that's what we'll use.
Yep.
As our reference point.
Yeah. So you won't get a chance to give me a lot of information. Yeah. So I need to look to the right.
I need to look to the right.
I need to look ahead for pedestrians, and I need to look left.
Yeah.
And tell me to look where I'm steering.
And look to the left.
Right. So the reason why it's important, you've got to come up with a reason as well, yeah, which is the consequence.
Yeah.
It's very important, Tony, to look where you're steering, because if you don't, you won't be watching in the direction that the vehicle's going, and you could run over a pedestrian, and you probably won't steer. That's the consequence, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're telling me the what, you're telling me the why, the how, and the consequences, yeah?
Okay.
And we're going to turn right here. Now, I'll be able to handle this one myself, yeah?
Okay.
As you probably notice, the speed limits all around here are pretty much nearly all 20 mile an hour.
Okay.
Apart from this road here, which is just a little 30 mile an hour stretch, yeah?
Okay.
So they will be able to drive fine in between the emerges.
Okay.
Yeah? I know it
No.
sounds a bit weird.
Yeah, but they'll just go on, drive fine, even though they want me to teach them the emerging or whatever.
Yeah,
PSD is.
yeah. They won't mess around off subject.
Okay.
They will stay on subject. Yeah.
Okay.
Because obviously, if they didn't stay on subject, then you'd never be able to get them.
Do anything really.
Well, you'd never be able to teach them the subject, which is emerging. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forecast of the weekend is, do you?
I don't know. Haven't checked.
It's a bit rubbish this month.
It has. It's quite surprising. Actually, we're in June, mid-June.
Yeah.
It's quite.
And we're going to take the next turning to the right.
I'm going to take the next one, turning to the right.
So I will be able to handle this fine because I've done left and right hand turns last week, yeah?
Okay.
And then we're going to take the next turning to the left here, sir.
Do you want me to repeat after you?
Yeah.
And we're going to take the next turning to the left.
Now, he's ever so good over here. As soon as you come into this road, he will actually practically tell you the emergence at the end, yeah? And he'll probably tell you, at the end of this road, we're going to be turning left, so you've got loads of time to actually think about it, yeah?
Okay.
See the emerge?
Yep. So, what are we going to...
So we're going to...
So we're look in the interior mirror.
Yep.
And your
Left door mirror. Indicate about now, that's 6 car lengths.
That's about 6 car lengths. And
Cover the brake.
Cover the brakes.
And squeeze the brake, 6 of a pound coin. Another 6 of a pound coin. And steer towards me.
And steer towards me.
And just tell me when you think I should stop.
Stop now.
Right. Yeah, so get me to get first gear, so...
Okay, just put it in first gear.
It's important to be in first gear because if we try pulling away in second or third, we'll probably stall, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah? So obviously we haven't got a giveaway line here, but you could ask me to imagine a giveaway line.
Yes, if you can imagine a giveaway line, where does your car...
Oh, it cuts in that same place as the last time, Sarah, just in a door mirror.
Okay, that's good.
No, so that's the reference point, so we don't...
So that's the reference point, so we don't...
encroach.
Encroach. In case of oncoming car, swear, if we were... Oh God.
Yeah, so if there was a car coming from my right...
So there was a car coming from my right.
If I was over the white line, A, they may hit me, or B, they may well swerve around me, and they may well go into an oncoming car, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, it's also a good idea to get in here and say, it's very important we don't stop too short of the giveaway line, because if I stop too far back from the white line, I won't be able to see, and it's going to take me longer to get to the junction, and therefore if somebody's sitting behind me, they're going to get a bit peeved, and they're probably going to overtake me. And as they overtake me, they may hit somebody coming into the junction, yeah?
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
So, prepare yourself to go as normal, Tony, but don't go anywhere until I say so.
Okay, prepare yourself to go as normal, Tony, but don't go anywhere until I tell you to.
Now we're going to talk about the look routine, yeah?
And we're going to talk about the look routine.
So we're going to look to the right.
So we're going to look to the right.
Is there anybody coming?
Is anybody coming?
No.
No.
And if there was somebody coming?
And if there was somebody coming?
Go on then. I'd need to be able to...
So I've got my mind back, hang on a second.
So imagine there was somebody coming from my right now.
Yeah.
How would I judge whether I've got time to get out of here and get up the road a bit?
So if anybody was coming to your right, if you can imagine you were walking to the end of the road.
No, the other side of the road.
To the other side of the road,
yeah.
And back, then you would be able to go without slowing them down.
We call it the walk across, drive across rule, yeah?
Okay.
So if I can walk from this curb to that curb,
yeah,
and back again,
yeah,
that's walk across and walk back again, yeah?
Yeah.
And then I should be able to come out in front of that car, if there is a car coming, and I mustn't force that car to slow, swerve, stop, or swear at me, yeah? Yeah? So look ahead for pedestrians.
So look ahead for pedestrians.
Yeah. And look to the left, anybody coming?
Left, is anybody coming?
Oh, I can't really see down with Sarah.
Okay.
Yeah, so what we could do here now, if you just relate it back to your part 2,
Yeah.
oh, we need to do what we call creep and peep.
Creep and peep.
Yeah? So I need to start creeping forward until I can open that view up a bit, yeah?
Yeah.
So just you check to the right again.
Check to the right again. Is
Anybody coming? No.
Okay.
Look ahead for
Look
pedestrians.
ahead for pedestrians.
Yeah. And it's very important, Tony, when you let the handbrake down, make sure you're looking in the direction you're going to be steering.
Okay.
Yeah?
It's very important, Tony, when you put your handbrake down, you're looking in the direction you're steering.
So watch me now. Don't forget. I won't actually kill you, but
Okay.
if you don't watch me, I won't look.
Okay.
Now steer now, Tony.
Steer now, Tony.
All right. And then straighten up.
And straighten up.
And we're going to turn left at the junction ahead.
And we're going to turn left at the junction ahead. So mirrors. Which mirrors? The interior mirror
Interior
and the
mirror.
left door hand mirror.
All right.
And we're signalling back now.
Yeah.
And cover your brake.
Good. Well done. Excellent.
And steer towards me.
Well done.
And
just tell me when to
stop
stop.
the car. Yep.
Probably stopped me a bit too early. I'll just let you go.
Okay.
I'll let you go forward
Let's
a bit.
over here.
So we let you get a reference point. So
Yeah, so it'll be me here. Just
yeah,
the curb.
yeah, whatever reference
The
point you
centre
pick up is fine by me. Yeah.
And that's your centre line there.
Right. So this is the third emerge we've done now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be. There's nobody behind us. So as long as you keep an eye on these two mirrors here,
Yeah.
we're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I should be gaining a little bit of information here now, and I should have a bit of education. Some of this education I should actually have taken on board. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could prompt me now and say, Tony, where does the giveaway line come in?
So Tony, where does the giveaway line come in?
Oh, same as the last place.
Okay. Good.
Just in the door mirror. And just prompt me to see if I can remember what the reason is.
And what would the reason be?
Oh, didn't you say if I stopped over that white line and there's a car coming, I'd force them around me?
Yeah, very good.
And they could go into oncoming traffic. And prompt me if I stop too short.
And if you stop too short of the white line?
Oh, it'd take me ages to get here, wouldn't it? And the car behind might overtake me. And I won't be able to see, will I?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, just make sure I'm in first gear. Yeah?
Make sure you're in first gear.
And just tell me to look again.
And
So
just
look
again to the right.
Anybody coming?
Anybody coming?
No.
Okay.
Look
and
ahead.
Anybody coming?
Mention the word pedestrians.
Any pedestrians?
No. And look
Okay,
left.
and look to the left.
Right, ahead, left. And
Yeah.
come on, push me to look in the...
Look to the left
Yeah.
and steer.
Yeah.
And pull up. And because we've entered a new road, can we just look
Good
into the
girl.
interior mirror?
And right hand door mirror.
And right hand door mirror.
And we're checking the interior mirror to see if anybody's followed us into the new road.
Okay.
And we're checking the right hand door mirror to see if anybody's overtaken us.
Okay.
And if they were, we'd let them go, because if I didn't, I may force them into the path of the oncoming cars, yeah?
Okay.
Now we're going to turn left.
And we're going to turn left.
And if you just get me to stop just on the left here for a minute.
And if we just stop on the left here. Just
So right, if you think about it, last week I would have done left and right hand turns, yeah?
Yeah.
So some of this system, like the mirrors and the signal, I would have used last week, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah? But obviously, you weren't there really on my last lesson.
No.
So the examiner needs to see you talk him through what mirrors to check.
Yeah.
And why you're checking them and the consequence of not checking them, yeah?
Yeah.
As soon as you do that, then he may well take them off you very quickly and say, that's the same as what I done last week. Oh, if that's the way then, Tony, what I'll do is I'll just prompt you on the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? But he won't take them off you until he knows that you know what you're talking about, because you weren't there last week, yeah?
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, little bits like that, you can start kind of, prompting on. So in between the emerges, that gives you chances to fill in information about, the reason why we check the interior mirror before we indicate is for this to find out the distance and speed of the vehicle behind us. If we're going left, the reason why we check the left-hand door mirror is that we're checking to see if there's anybody coming down the inside like a cyclist.
Okay.
If there was, we wouldn't pop the signal on because we frighten them and they fall off, or we certainly wouldn't turn in front of them because we squash them.
Yeah.
Yeah? And then once I get that information, I will then give you a clue. That's very similar to what I done last week, yeah? That's exactly the same as what I've done on the left and right hand turns.
Yeah.
It's very important to listen when they speak, because they don't just
babble, yeah.
Yeah. They are actually giving you what we call kind of lifelines to say, I'll take that off you if you want to, yeah?
Yeah.
So on the next one then, you've only got to prompt them.
Yeah.
Yeah? And that way you're actually checking what education's taking place.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're not going through the whole lesson and teaching a parafashion, yeah?
Okay.
Right, so now we'll have a go at the right hand turn this time, yeah?
Okay.
And we'll have I'll show you how you can talk through the left to centre and that, yeah?
Okay. Just before we go on,
Yeah?
Sorry, did you get my text about the...
I did, yeah.
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 So we're going to finish at about 3:15.
Yeah, I got about 95 texts me this morning.
I know, I'm a horrible person, aren't I? Okay.
Yeah, terrible. The worst instructor ever. Right, so we're going to take the next turning to the left.
So we're going to take the next turning to the left or the right? Oh,
To the left.
To the left, yeah. I'm going to do a right turn.
And we're going to take the next turning to the right.
And we're going to take the next turning to the right.
And we're going to turn right.
And
yeah,
turn
we'll
right.
So interior mirror.
So interior mirror,
Right
and
hand
right
door.
hand door mirror.
Indicate
and
about
indicate
now.
about now. And cover your brake.
I'll tell you what, I'll handle this because he's on test, so we'll just get out of the way, yeah?
Oh god, yeah. Nice left reverse corner there.
Right, so we're going to turn right again.
Okay.
So we're going to check the interior
So
mirror.
we check the interior mirror
And
and,
right-hand
the
door.
right hand door mirror.
We're going to indicate about now.
Indicate about right now.
That's about 6 car lengths.
That's about 6
Now,
car
you,
lengths.
you need to talk me into the position for left to centre. So just tell me to steer towards me.
And steer towards me.
Me.
Me, yourself. Sorry.
That's enough. Now steer
That's
towards
enough.
steer towards you
Steer towards me
and straighten up.
and straighten up.
Now we're not going to have a chance to stop and pick up a reference point here
We've got
because
a
you've
car
got
behind us.
the learner behind us. Yeah. So I'll just go to the giveaway line and just tell me when to stop.
And stop. Oh, gone over a bit.
No, we haven't. No, spot on. Right, just tell me where to look. Look right.
Do look right. Look right.
Ahead. Any
Ahead,
pedestrians?
any pedestrians,
No.
and look left.
Any cars coming?
Any
Yeah,
car
some
coming.
in.
Yep, he's coming in.
And look ahead.
And look ahead.
And look right.
Look right. And look coming.
It's a bit hard to see here, isn't it?
It's quite an open, stretched junction, but it's because of the vehicles, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, what I was doing was giving you a clue there was that I was having trouble seeing.
Yeah, so we were doing the creep and crawl.
Creep and peep, yeah.
Yeah, creep and creep.
And we're going to turn right.
And we're going to turn right.
These are all the people we saw coming out of test centre car park.
Okay, yeah.
So we're going to turn right at the end.
So we're going to turn right at the end. So which mirror? Interior mirror.
Yeah.
And right door mirror. We're going to
Yeah.
signal about now. 6 car lengths and cover the foot brake.
Right, so I'd actually kind of just stop me here because you need to talk me into this left to centre position, which we haven't got a white line at the moment, but we can imagine one, yeah?
Yep.
So just say
So
steer
steer towards yourself a little bit, and then to
steer
me,
towards me.
and straighten up.
Yeah. Now, I could probably imagine. There's another learner coming us behind us. We'll leave it to the next junction. Parkers are following us, aren't
So this is all the test route centres here. The test routes here.
Yeah, this is the ones where they'll, if they're going to do emerging or left and right hand turns, they'll probably use this bit.
Okay.
On the Part 3s.
Okay.
Now, so we're looking well up the road for these emerges. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, there's an emerge coming up ahead. As soon as you tell me that, I'll tell you where we're going.
Okay, there's a merge coming up.
Oh, we're going to be turning right,
And
please.
we're going to be turning right, please.
So check the...
So check the interior mirror
Yeah.
and the right hand door mirror, and it will signal about now,
Which is about 6 car
which
lengths.
is about 6 car lengths, and
then you
we're
need to
gonna
talk me into that
steer
position.
to yourself a little
Yeah.
bit, and then to me a little bit,
And then,
steer
if you just get me to
straight up.
stop now.
And if you just stop here,
There's nobody behind us.
nobody
Well,
behind us,
there is,
just
well, there
there is somebody
Right,
behind.
so where does the give the where does the left to centre line cut into the car? Ask
So
me.
where does this left centre line
just
cut
about
the
here.
car? Okay, so that's what we'll use to
Well, I'll
position.
move forward, this is one car, to be honest. That's our reference point, and you can explain it to me in a minute when we. Now, can you remember where to stop here, Tony?
Can you remember to stop where
Oh
you
yeah, I
stop
must need
here?
crunch, so I've got that giveaway line just in that door
Yeah.
mirror,
Yep.
and I look to the right.
And look to the right. Can you see anybody coming?
Now, and if there was somebody
And
coming,
if there was somebody coming,
oh, we haven't done this one before. I can't remember this one. I need to be able to do what?
cross from one curb to the
All right.
curb across.
Right, so look ahead for
So
pedestrians,
look ahead for pedestrians.
and look
And
left,
look left,
ahead,
ahead,
and make sure I'm looking in the direction I'm steering.
and steer right.
Yeah, make sure I'm looking in the direction I'm steering, because otherwise I'll be looking straight here, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep, and look into your interior mirror to make sure no vehicles peeping up.
Right, so we just talked about the left to centre there, but you didn't have a chance to hold me and give me the education, yeah?
Yeah,
So it's important to be left to centre.
okay.
Why?
It's important to be left centre because
You know?
to give people behind plenty of, you know,
Right, so it's important to be left to centre,
it's important to be left centre.
because it reinforces my signal, doesn't it?
Yep.
And it also means that if there is vehicles behind me,
Just give you signal.
they'll probably have room to go down the inside of me, yeah?
Yeah.
It's important not to be over the left to centre line, because if somebody came round the corner, I'd be blocking the road, or they may well come round the corner and hit me, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And it's important not to be too far to the left, because people coming up behind me, because it looks like I'm parking,
Mm-hmm.
may well try and overtake me, and because I'm going down to the junction and making the turn and not parking, I might see them and I might hit them, yeah?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we'll just stop on the left here for a minute. I know it might sound like there's an awful lot to do there, but is that beginning to make a bit of sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm actually quite looking forward to taking the tape recorder, whatever it is, the
Yeah,
recordings
so
back and
it's-
go over it again.
It's all about control and education on this phase 1, yeah?
Yeah.
You have to control me. And what we mean by control me is if you get me at the right speed
Mm-hmm.
and get me to stop in the right place,
Mm-hmm.
and then you know there's nobody behind you, that gives you the chance to come in with the education, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get frustrated if the opportunity doesn't arise
Okay.
on the first couple of ones, because it might not.
Okay.
We were a bit unlucky there. We had a couple of learners come up behind us, yeah?
Yeah.
Then the information on the mirrors, because don't forget, once I make the turn, I will be able to handle the left and right hand turns.
Just straighten up and then just look into your interior and then whichever door mirror it was.
Yeah.
And
So
just go
so
up.
in between the emerges, that's when you want to fill the blanks in about the mirrors.
Okay.
Yeah. And obviously he'll be listening very carefully for that information to come in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he may well tell you that, oh yeah, those mirrors for the new road are exactly the same what I done after turning left and right.
Mm.
And those mirrors that I check on approach before I indicate were exactly the same as what I done last week, for the left and right hand turns, yeah?
Mm.
So then you need to fill in the blanks on the indicator. it's important to indicate 6 car lengths away, about 6 car lengths away, so people behind and ahead of you, like pedestrians or the motorists, have got time to react to your signal, yeah? But there may be occasions where we won't signal 6 car lengths away, because there could be a turning just before the emerge.
Okay.
So therefore we'd have to delay the signal, because if we did signal before the turning, somebody coming out of that turning might think I'm turning in there and pull out in front of me.
Yeah.
That make sense?
Yeah.
And it's also important not to indicate ridiculously stupid far away, like 15 car lengths away, because what would the people behind assume that I'm doing?
You're parking.
Yeah. And what might they do?
They overtake me.
And what's the big consequence of that?
But they're a pedestrian. Well, consequence of that would be
Well, if they overtake me because they think I'm parking,
and
but
I'm still driving. We could.
yeah,
yeah.
but I'm actually making my way up to the junction.
Yeah, we could crash. Couldn't we?
Yeah, I could force them into that bicycle there, couldn't I?
Yeah.
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 So it's the what, why, how, and the big one that they're going to learn from and remember it from is the consequences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have another drive up to the one where we got the white line in the middle of the road, and we'll let you have a little go when you're on. Don't worry about
Are we
it.
going to left?
No, we'll turn right here. Right, so forget the first one, just to give you a minute to think about it.
So you do the first one yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try. Not easy, man. You're probably thinking you're bugger if you can do it yourself. Why can you do all of them? Yeah.
Well, can't you sit my exam for
Yeah,
me?
exactly. Right, so it's very important to look out for the emerges, because that's... I mean, he's very good over here, but it's still a good idea to spot them early yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so at the very end of the road, we're going to be turning right.
So at the very end of the road, we're going to be turning right.
So you've got loads of time now to...
So, which mirrors are we going to be checking? The interior mirror and the right.
Oh, I'll check the interior one,
and the...
for distance of speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'll check the right one if anybody's overtaken me.
Yeah, brilliant.
And if they were overtaking you, what would you do? Oh, I'd let them go, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you would let
So
them go.
indicate about now, which is about
so
6 car
indicate about
lengths.
now and...
Yeah,
6 car
and
lengths.
steer.
And steer towards yourself a
Yeah.
little bit, and then back to me.
And then straighten up.
And then straighten up.
And get me to stop here.
Cover the brakes and stop here.
Right, so the reason why you're stopping me here...
The reason why I'm
just
stopping
get
you here...
Just get me select first gear.
Select first gear.
Is that we're just going to reconfirm that reference point, yeah?
I'm just going to reconfirm that reference point again.
So where does the left to centre line come into the car?
So where does the left centre line come into the car?
Oh, the same place the last time, sorry, just there.
Okay, brilliant. And
that's your reference point.
That's your reference point to turn right.
Yeah, it's your reference point, so you don't go too far over the white line, because if you go over the white line, you're going to be blocking the road.
So that's your reference point for not going too far over the white line.
We're not going over the white line.
Going over the white line.
And there's a car behind us now, so we move forward. And it's also important that we're not too far to the left of the white line, because they might just think we're parking and try and overtake us.
Okay.
And can you remember where you should stop here, Tony?
Stop. Can you remember where to stop here,
Oh
Tony?
yeah, I'll get that reference point there, yeah?
Yeah. And look to the right.
Yep.
Anyone come in?
I can't really see very much here.
Okay, so do you remember what we have to do when we can't really see?
Oh no. Well, there's nobody behind you now, so you've got loads of time.
Okay, so if we can't really see, then we want to creep forward a little bit.
Creep and...
Peep.
Oh right, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Can we see stop? Can we see
Oh,
somebody? Yeah.
oh yeah, I can see him now.
Yep.
Right, so if you've got a car coming from your right, Tony.
So if you've got your car coming from the right, Tony,